So, something a little different. This is going to be a reaction to a short film, a short horror film, because it's October, you guys. I love October. Hate fall, hate winter, like October. Just because. I've said in another video, it's just the whole Halloween vibe and everything. Anyway, so I think it was sometime last week, very end of September. I'm going through YouTube and I see this interesting video about I can't remember the name of the channel actually. Shoot. I'll put a link to it down below. But should have written the name of the channel down. I'm kicking myself now for that. Anyway, it was something about this guy saying how he filmed flipping you off for 4 hours in only 53 seconds. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. What is this about? And it was, the video was really short. So I'm like, okay, so how did he do this? So I go and I watch it, and he's talking about the technical process that he used to film himself flipping the bird and make it look like it was 4 hours long. And, you know, he gave these little pointers and everything. Well, during the course of that video, he was saying something about how, well, when we worked on Shazam and blah, 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 you know, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, what? And he showed little clips from Shazam to illustrate this point that he was trying to make with regard to this flipping you off for 4 hours thing. And I was like, oh, was he like a cameraman for Shazam? And, you know, I did, because at this point I didn't really know this guy's name and I didn't recognize his face. So I went looking him up and I found out that he was actually the director of Shazam. He also directed Annabelle Creation and Lights Out. He hasn't done a huge amount of directing, but some of the directing that he has done, I've actually enjoyed. I mean, I enjoyed Shazam, and I enjoyed Lights Out, the movie version. I was able to go see that through like a free screening pass or something at a movie theater, and I really enjoyed that movie. That was a lot of fun and very well done. Because a lot of times horror movies, I love horror movies, but they're not always the best. We all know most of them are not very good. But every once in a while, you'll come across one that's pretty dang good, and that one was good. Anyway, whatever. So I checked out more of his channel, and I saw that he had several, he's got several horror shorts on his channel. So I was like, oh, this would be kind of exciting to, because you know, the shorts are not very long. You know, it's a quick little movie thing I can watch, and so I thought this is really cool. So I contacted him. And I asked if I could use his videos for, I explained what I do and asked if I could use his horror shorts for my channel. And he gave me permission. You know, I just asked that I give credit, which I always do. I always put the link to the original video in my descriptions. And he asked that I would let the credits run through, or at least mention the credits or something. But yeah, I would definitely do that. So that was very exciting that he took the time to write me back and give me that permission. So I decided that one of the first things I'm going to check out is his original short film, Lights Out, because he made this short film and then he made the actual full-length motion picture. I did not realize at the time that I watched it. I found out later that it was based on a short. So I went back through all his, like, I resorted his videos from oldest to newest, just so I could see. He's been on YouTube forever, like 14 years. I wanted to see what was one of the first ones I could check out. He's got a lot of things on there about how he filmed certain things or films or whatever, which would be pretty interesting to anybody who likes filmmaking. I think my son would probably really enjoy watching a lot of his stuff because he likes to do filming and stuff like that. So one of the very first full little short movies that he's got on his channel is his original Lights Out. It was originally came out in 2013. It's less than 3 minutes long. So, you know, caveat, obviously, since I've seen the full-length motion picture, I understand the concept. I know what's going on here. So it's not going to be a huge surprise to me. Whatever I see, I'm just interested to check it out, and I'm going to incorporate more of his stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. That's the exact same font they use for the, let me see. Okay. Oh, That is creepy. And I knew it was gonna be around at some point, but that's really creepy looking, y'all. It's gonna get closer. I knew it was coming. Still creeped me out. I feel like my feet are vulnerable under the desk. Like, he's gonna grab the feet. Lord. I would not be turning the lights off. I'd be keeping all the lights on, y'all. Oh, so creepy. Oh gosh, it's so freaking creepy. Oh my gosh. Her light's going out. Of course it is. I would not be staying in that house if I saw that creature. What are you doing? Oh, I thought she was trying to unplug it. Okay. Oh God! I was not expecting that. I knew something was going to happen. I knew it was going to be some sort of jump scare. Jeez, you guys. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think there's any more credits, David. So I've shown the credits. Lord, hold on a second. I do not know why that freaked me out so much because I knew it was coming. Jump scares will still get me. You think I'd be jaded to them. You would think that I would be jaded to them with as much as I watch horror movies, but they still get me. I think they get everybody. Just it's the sudden boom, just anything like that. Plus the music just it just like it's like a jolt of adrenaline through your body. It scares the living crap out of you. But what was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna say so like short horror films they have and I've seen some, not many, you guys, because I'm more into like full length stuff. I like to really get this big story and get drawn into it and all these characters you get to know. But short horror films or just short films in general, to me they're a lot like poetry. So I've talked before about poetry and songs and how one of the reasons that I don't do a lot of music reactions is because music is like poetry. And while I may enjoy the melody, the tune, the voice, in the singing, because it's like poetry, it's not something I feel like I can a lot of times interpret very well or even just talk about a whole lot because I'm not the hugest fan of poetry. But short horror film, but here was do like the Jim Carrey thing when he did the blooper in Liar Liar. Roll the line back in. Let's start over. But I forgot. I forgot what I was saying. Hold on a second. Okay, about poetry. I got it back. It came back. About poetry. In poetry, it has to say a lot. There has to be this big, deep, profound, whatever message. It's got to say a lot in a compressed format. In just a very few words, it has to impart this impactful sentiment or statement, right? So Short films are like that, especially short horror films. They have to do a lot in just a tiny amount of time, and so they hit the ground running. I mean, this film, this little short film, it took no time at all to get started on creepy ass stuff. And it started with okay, here's like here's this is what's happening, something scary, and then it goes to the middle, or act 2, and then act 3, which and it was all very, very quick, all compressed. To get to this point right here, it's only 2 minutes and 38 seconds. So a lot of storytelling in a very short amount of time. I mean, you would, it would take longer to write this story and to even read the story as far as a short story of this than sitting down and watching this. So they really had to do a lot of work very quickly to get you really hooked in. This was quite effective. It scared the crap out of me, as you could see, even though I'm familiar with the story. I already know the story. So I wasn't surprised to see this. I can't even remember what the name of this ghost entity creature thing was. But if you haven't seen that movie, you should go check it out. It's really good. If you like horror films, I think you'll really enjoy it. Very well done. Not overly bloated. It just efficient storytelling was what that one was, and very effectively scary, creepy. So anyway, I shouldn't have been as scared as I was, but that to me demonstrates how effective this short film is, because even someone that's familiar I was quite drawn in by it, and it successfully scared me. So, I mean, I really did literally, when it showed the creature thing right up at her doorway, right before she got in the bed, when it showed that, just the imagery and the music that they play, that scary music that they play, I felt creeped out, like my feet were vulnerable, like the creature was under my chair, gonna grab me, and I don't have my socks on, so I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna grab me." An irrational fear, and I know it's ridiculous, but that was like an instinctive reaction I had. But anyway, well, this was exciting. I'm glad that I took the time to watch this and add it to my channel video collection, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. All right, later.